Now student, let's talk about the next topic, that is suspension. What are suspensions? Now come to an activity or take some water, muddy water in a beaker. Take some muddy water in a beaker and allow it to undisturbed. Keep it undisturbed. So what will happen after some time? The mud present in the muddy water will slowly settles down and the layer of water will appear on the above the muddy water, means above the mud. So it means there are two layers formed. One is almost clear layer, clear liquid, and one is of mud. So it means a suspension is a heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous means when there are two separate layers are formed. So suspension is a heterogeneous mixture of one or more dispersed phases. So this is a dispersed phase in a dispersion medium. So that is known as suspension. So muddy water is the main example of suspension. So here I'll give you one more example, that is oil water emulsion. Oil water emulsion. This is also when we put oil in the water. So oil cannot dissolve in the water. So oil form a separate layer on the liquid on the water. So this is also the example of suspension. This is known as oil water suspension. And next example is water in air. That is known as fog. This is also the example of liquid in gas. This is also suspension. Next is solid in a gas. That is known as smoke. It is quite common. So suspension is not transparent. So in the suspension, the dispersed particles, these are the dispersed particles. Mud is dispersed particle that is slowly settled down because the particles of mud are very heavy. So this is all about the suspension. Now come to the next type of mixture, that is colloids. Colloid is a not heterogeneous, this is a homogeneous mixture. So here you can take the example of jam, milk, butter, fat. So in this case, it is a homogeneous mixture of one or two dispersed phases in dispersed medium. It means in the jam we cannot see the different layers of anything. It means it is a totally dissolved with each other. So colloids are homogeneous mixture, but there is a difference between colloid and suspension is colloid do not settle, but suspension can settles down. And major difference between colloid and solution is colloid is not transparent, but solution is transparent. So in your book in table 8.1, there are four differences between solution, suspension and colloids are given. So you can read that table 8.1. So it will be better understanding for you. Now come to the next. Next topic is the solutions. Under this topic, we will discuss about three types of solution. One is a saturated solution, second is unsaturated solution, and the third one is supersaturated solution. So here I am just giving to you outline of these three types of solution. For example, we have water and we are putting some sugar in the water. So what will happen? Sugar will dissolve in the water, or you can take salt or anything which is soluble in the water. So what will happen? In the saturated solution, when we dissolve something, at one stage the solution will not allow to add more solute. Means more solute can we add, that solute we can add, but the solvent will not allow to solute to dissolve in it. means no more solute can be dissolved in the solution, that is known as saturated solution. But when we add something like sugar in the water that keep on dissolving, that is known as unsaturated solution. So now come to the definition of the saturated and unsaturated solution. A solution which is capable of dissolving more solute, that is known as unsaturated solution. Means which allow to the solvent to dissolve more solute. It means we can write more and more solute can be dissolved at a given temperature is known as unsaturated. And saturated is at one state the solution does not allow to solute to dissolve into it, that is known as saturated. Means the solution containing the maximum amount of solute. When in the water, solute cannot be dissolved. So it means what will happen? The maximum amount of solute will be here in the solvent. That can be dissolved in it at a given temperature, that is known as saturated solution. And the supersaturated solution is that solution in which more solute can be added, but that can be dissolved by providing the heat, that is known as supersaturated solution. So here are some differences are shown in your book. With the help of these diagram it will be more clear. So now here you can see in the first there is water. In the water they are putting the blue vitriol copper sulfate crystals. In the second figure you can see unsaturated solution means there is no crystals are formed. Simply the solution solute is adding and that is continuously dissolving. In the third one is saturated solution. The solute is added in the solution, but at some extent it cannot be dissolved. In this case you can see some of the solute particles are settled at the bottom of the beaker which cannot be dissolved. So this is saturated solution, and this is supersaturated solution in which the solute particles can be dissolved by providing the heat, that is known as supersaturated solution. I hope it's clear to you. Afterwards, when supersaturated solution is allowed to cool, it forms some crystals. So it means crystallization can be done from the supersaturated solution. So it is all about the saturated, unsaturated and supersaturated solution. In this activity they have already given the explanation of these figures. So what are saturated, what are unsaturated and what are supersaturated solutions.